Vietnam-Laos joint statement on the occasion of General Secretary Lam's visit to Laos.
The outcome of the Russia-US peace talks.
New orange season. Supply drops. Prices increase.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go, the first headline of the show. Vietnam-Laos just issued a joint statement following the state visit to Laos by General Secretary of the Central Party Committee of the Communist Party of Vietnam on December 1st and 2nd, during which he also attended a ceremony to celebrate the 50th National Day of Laos and co-chaired a high-level meeting between the CPV and the Laos People Revolutionary Party in Vietnam.
The joint statement affirmed that the visit contributed to consolidating and further cultivating the great friendship, special solidarity, comprehensive cooperation, and strategic cohesion between the two countries, bringing the Vietnam-Laos and Laos-Vietnam relations to a new height with a deeper level of political trust, creating a groundbreaking momentum for substantive, sustainable, and long-term development cooperation, actively contributing to peace, stability, and development in the region and the world. The two sides highly appreciated the good results of the state visit to Laos by General Secretary Lam and his spouse, considering it a significant milestone that opens a new chapter in the history of the Vietnam-Laos relationship.
President Vladimir Putin of Russia just held talks with nearly 5 hours on December 2nd with Steve Witkoff, the President Trump's special envoy, and Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law. The talks come as Washington pushes to end the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Kremlin aide Yuri Ushakov said that both sides discussed the substance of U.S. peace proposals, but did not delve into the wording of any provisions, reach any specific compromises, or agree to a new summit between Mr. Putin and Mr. Trump. According to Mr. Yuri Ushakov, the discussion was very useful, constructive, and very substantive. During the talks, Mr. Putin considered the U.S. proposals that the Kremlin had received in 4 documents ahead of the meeting. A 28-point U.S. peace plan revealed last month drew pushback from Ukraine and Europe for being weighted toward the Kremlin. Some provisions have been softened, U.S. officials said, after Ukrainian and European officials weighed in on the plan.
Meanwhile, President Donald Trump administration has passed immigration applications, including green card, permanent resident, and citizenship cases filed by immigrants from 19 countries under U.S. travel restrictions placed earlier this year.
The latest move comes a few days after last week's shooting of 2 National Guard members in Washington, in which the suspect was identified as a 29-year-old Afghan who had obtained asylum in April. In June, the White House fully restricted and limited the entry of citizens from 12 countries, found to be deficient with regard to screening and vetting and determined to pose a very high risk to the United States. These countries include Afghanistan, Myanmar, Chad, the Republic of the Congo, Equatorial Guinea, Eritrea, Haiti, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen. The U.S. administration also partially restricted and limited the entry of nationals from 7 countries who also pose a high level of risk to the United States, namely Burundi, Cuba, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, Turkmenistan, and Venezuela.
Upcoming are some updated news.
Leading institutions, including the World Bank, WB, Asian Development Bank, ADB, and Singapore's United Overseas Bank, UOB, have issued upbeat forecasts for Vietnam. According to WB, Vietnam's GDP is projected to grow 6.6% in 2025, driven by a strong 7.5% expansion in the first half. The ADB also revised its 2025 GDP forecast for Vietnam upward, from 6.6% to 6.7%, citing continued reform momentum and sustainable infrastructure investment. Meanwhile, Singapore's UOB reported that Vietnam's 2025 economic performance has exceeded expectations, with GDP expanding 7.85% in the first 3 quarters. Amid global uncertainty, their positive assessments are seen as a boost to investor confidence and a potential signal of a new growth cycle.
The Vinh Airport Runway Extension Project, Nghệ An, is implementing the first construction items. According to the design, the runway will be extended by an additional 600-meter tatas, raising the total length to 3,000 meter to meet the requirements for receiving wide-body aircraft such as the Boeing 787, 777, or Airbus A350. The project is invested by Airports Corporation of Vietnam with a total capital of over VND 545 billion and is being carried out on an area of 67.5 hectares in Vinh, Hung. The investor requires all piling work to be completed before December 19th, the date the airport is scheduled to reopen.
A 9-year-old boy suffering from end-stage heart failure has been saved thanks to the heart of an adult donor being transported over 1,600 kilometers from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City. The University Medical Center in Ho Chi Minh City announced the successful cross-country heart transplant that rescued the young patient. The donated heart became available at a moment when every minute was crucial for the boy's survival. 48 hours after surgery, the boy was awake, hemodynamically stable, offering hope for a full recovery. The extraordinary transplant stands as a powerful testament to the life-saving humanity of organ donation.
At this time, oranges are being sold in large quantity on many streets and in traditional markets across Nghệ An province. As the orange season is in full swing, small traders are continuously importing goods from localities in the province and from Hà Tĩnh province to supply the market. More in the story today.
Truckloads of oranges are continuously being transported to Vinh Market, Gay Market, and dozens of other smaller markets. After sellers and buyers agree on a price, the oranges are immediately shipped for consumption at wholesale markets, supermarkets, and commercial centers both inside and outside the province. We often choose quality oranges to serve customers because many customers are also picky. This year, the oranges are very delicious. I often buy oranges to send to my child who is studying in Hanoi and to send oranges to my relatives living far away. The price of oranges this year is higher than last year. According to the small traders, the orange harvest was poor this year due to the impact of 2 major typhoons, which is why the selling price is quite high. During peak season, this store can sell 2 to 5 tons of oranges per day, with prices ranging from 50,000 to 60,000 VND per kilogram. Although the output has decreased, the quality of the oranges is still highly regarded. The orange peel has an attractive golden color with a light, natural aroma, a characteristic of oranges from the Nghệ An region, making them favored by consumers both inside and outside the province.
This year's oranges are very sweet and still retain the traditional flavor, especially the orange fiber is very soluble.
Currently, many types of fresh fruits from Nghệ An, in particular, and from Vietnam in general, are competitive enough against imported products and are increasingly trusted and chosen by domestic consumers. This presents an opportunity for localities to continue investing and elevating the brand value of their characteristic agricultural products in the near future.
The last story to send it our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.